Good Wednesday morning to you. It is Wednesday, January 11th, and we are going to tell you about some big news, a big lift opening announcement from Vail yesterday. We'll give you all the details about that. We'll also let you know about this winter weather advisory that the National Weather Service has issued for our area and what it could mean for the slopes and what it could mean for the roads. You know how that goes. Great news for the skiers and riders, not so good news for the drivers. But we have a lot coming up on Vail Valley Live, so let's get started. Vail Valley Live starts now.
Good morning. My name is Meredith Kirkman, and I'm here in the hot seat, the warm studio here at the Grand Hyatt Vail, which is just a dynamic resort just west of Lion's Head. So Tricia Swenson's in Lion's Head, just over the way, and we have a great show for you here. Happy Wednesday, January 11th. We are rocking and rolling in the new year. Almost time where we're not saying Happy New Year. We're just in the groove, hopefully back on the routine, set some New Year's resolutions, and hopefully doing them. Mine is flossing, and I'm on a good start to my flossing routine, which I always get the recommendation from people older than me. So hopefully you're rocking and rolling too. We are seeing a snowstorm coming in today, which is going to bring some new snow. Yesterday we had about 5 inches on Vail, which was a surprise. This morning waking up, I anticipated a little bit more snow on the car, but it was just a bit of a dusting. But that snow is going to pick up in just a couple hours. So let's dive in and look at the weather for today and upcoming the next couple days. The snow is going to likely start around 8:45. So just as we close the show, the snow will pick up, and we'll see that throughout this morning and the afternoon. It's about 50% chance, so it might be spotty, but it'll rise in about 76% around noon. So we'll definitely see that snow pick up through the afternoon, and then tomorrow it's going to be mostly cloudy, and then hey, the sun's going to pop out a little bit, and then we'll have mixed clouds for tomorrow. And then as we look into Friday and into the weekend, we're going to see sunshine and mixed clouds, about a high of 40, low of 12. So those temperatures are really rising for a semi-warm weekend on the mountain. High of 37 on Saturday, low of 19, and that'll continue about average of 30 on Sunday. So the snow is right now. So we are going to do the snow dances and hopefully see a bit of precipitation. That is the word that stumps me the most. But we have 1 new inch of snow at Beaver Creek and Vail, and in the next 5 days we can expect to see 5 to 6 new inches on both mountains, and in the next 6 to 10 we'll see about 15 new inches of snow. So great news on the snow front. We've seen just fabulous snow records, over 130 inches at both Vail and Beaver Creek. So we are just loving seeing that. The mountains are almost completely open. All the lifts are open on Beaver Creek. And for Vail, we have almost all of them open. But the big news that hit headlines today is that the Sundown Bowl is finally open. So now all of Vail's legacy back bowls are open, and we're just waiting on the Sundown lift to put the chairs on and open. And we hear rumor this month it's going to happen. So that bowl wasn't open just for hazardous reasons, but now they have the cables up and they were able to open yesterday. I hear conditions were a bit dicey though. I don't think there was much grooming back there, but it's just so great to have all of the back bowls open. So let's bring Tricia Swenson in and chat about this a bit, because it's really great news for us here in Vail.
Good morning, Meredith. I am like you said, reporting live from Lion's Head. I feel like I'm in a little snow globe right now. It's kind of blowing around. I'm at the top level of the Lion's Head parking structure, right above the Welcome Center, right where Imagination Station is right now. So I think I'm getting a little bit more wind because of where I'm positioned. But yeah, exciting news to have Sundown Bowl open, Seldom, Ricky's, OS, that whole area. I think people have been waiting for that. We still want that lift to open, but I think just having that terrain open is exciting news. Did you talk to anyone that got out and skied it?
Well, I heard the rumor before it opened with a close friend who's a ski patrol, and they're like, "Yep, we think it's gonna open tomorrow." So I had even word of it before it opened, but he said it was gonna be a little bit variable because there's not a lot of snowcats going down there. So it was gonna kind of be chunky in spots. And there's a quote actually by the Colorado kid who we know of, and in the paper he said that it was exciting for that rope drop to happen, but he found conditions to be difficult. So that's what I've
Yeah.
heard. Hmm.
Okay. Well, yeah, and you know what? And that's a good word of caution to people that even though it looks nice and white and fluffy, we've had, a couple months of snow that has fallen behind there. And just like we talked about the backcountry with the different layers of snow, you can get a warm day, you can have that wet snow, you can have the dry snow. A lot of different layers can mean variable conditions. So make sure your skill level is up to the task to go back into Sundown Bowl if that's on your bucket list. Maybe wait a little bit. Maybe let it get skied out a little bit too. Maybe a groomer will get back there one of these days. So, a word to the wise. This is not for the faint of heart or the faint legs. You can't just go off the couch and do this. We want to make sure you're prepared for it.
Definitely not. But from Lion's Head, you actually have a really great vantage point of getting back there. So let our viewers know how easy it is.
Yeah, you know what? That's what I thought I would tell people is the fact that a lot of people, they go to the village, they go to Gondola One, they think it all has to start there. Not the case. In fact, when you come here to Lion's Head, you not only have the Eagle Bond Gondola, lift number 19, that can bring you up to Eagle's Nest, you also have Chair 8 and Chair 26. So if the gondola line is long, you hop on Born Free Express, number 8, you scoot over to Chair 26, the Pride Express, and that'll take you to the exact same spot, no line. You're wearing your skis the whole time, and it's just one of the best kept secrets. Now, from that point, you can hop down the catwalk into Game Creek Bowl, take the new six-pack chair up to the top of Game Creek Bowl, and pop into Sundown Bowl. So you just keeping everything on the western side. A lot of times the parking in Vail Village is full. It's not full in Lion's Head yet, so you can head on up and you'll be there in no time at all. And one of the best kept secrets, especially if it's crowded everywhere else on the mountain, just lap 26. They've got some great runs over there. Simba, Buana, Born Free, that whole area. It's not as crowded as Main Mountain. So as we see holiday crowds come in, as we see the weekend crowds come in, it's one of my best kept secrets. And I do that with a lot with friends from out of town. And they're like, wow, we got so many runs in. How did you do this, Trisha? I'm like, hey, years of experience. I know the reverse herd mentality.
Totally. Either far west or even far east over to Chair 10. Normally there's not a lot of lines over there, but that terrain can be a little bit more tricky. But hey, some people love the terrain off of Chair 10. I know some of my guy friends love those tree runs. They're steep, and normally you can find some powder stashes. So yeah, we got some of those secrets, but it's going to be very exciting for the Sundown lift to open. It's familiar to everyone because, you're entering by Chair 5, High Noon Express, and then it's going to be up by Wildwood Express. So it's a familiar, but it also is so weird to see that new lift. So I'm eager to go take a look, and hopefully we'll see it open in the next couple of weeks. That's rumor has it it'll open in January.
Yeah, and you know what? And once they open it, I think we'll see another ice bar opening as well. So this season, to celebrate Vail's 60th anniversary, they were bringing back this ice bar concept, which was kind of a scandal back in the day when someone that wasn't approved to open it up on Vail Mountain opened it. Bill Whiteford, it opened, it was closed. He reopened it, it was closed. But they have the ice bar over at the top of Eagle's Nest, right next to these four little igloos, little yurts that you can rent for the day. And then they'll have another one out by Wildwood Smokehouse. So that restaurant that's right there at the top of Sundown Bowl, Chair 3 and Chair 7, that will have another ice bar. So I think it'd be fun once they have the ribbon cutting, that whole area. But you're right. I mean, you come off of Chair 3 and you're like, what? You see this brand new terminal that says Sundown Express, and you're like, wow, what a change. And especially right at the bottom, having the Chair 5 base terminal so close to the Chair 17 base terminal. But it's going to get a lot of people out of that bowl a lot faster because, Meredith, you know those lines, legendary lines.
Exactly. Luckily, we haven't heard of terrible lift line stories this year, so that is great news. So everyone's really spreading
Yeah.
out. We have a lot of chairs and runs on Vail, and then you can always go over to Beaver Creek where you will rarely see a line. So we're fortunate here, and if you do want to take a look and have a little bit more of visuals of this new lift and the Sundown Bowl that just opened, our friends over at the Vail Daily got out there and did an on the hill segment. So let's learn a little more. Just a moment.
Vail Daily's on the hill on the 10th of January, a Tuesday. I'm your host, John LeCon, excited to be headed towards Sundown Bowl, which just opened today. And as we scoot across here into the bowl, we will try to take a route that goes underneath the new towers so you can check out what the Sundown Express line is going to look like. It's right behind us here, and the haul rope is hung up now, so that's a good sign. Means we can expect to see chairs hung up next. So we're gonna check it out right now. Sundown Bowl. They've been keeping this closed for this work, which has been keeping the snow preserved. So it's gonna be powdery. Just opened today, a couple hours ago. I saw on Vail's Instagram. Saw the announcement. And shouts out to Sean Naylor, who told me check out Vail's Instagram. Looks like Sundown Bowl is open. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So big wide open patches of untracked snow, and we're going right underneath this new lift line now. You can see this haul rope above us looking tight. Okay. These new towers from this view. Okay, quite the direct shot. So, of course, excited about that and the possibilities it opens up in getting around the mountain. So, the slope in front of us sure looks nice. It looks like a little uphill actually. Gonna head for it. Not uphill actually. Oh yeah. hopefully getting a good view of it. Turn the camera around and do a little POV heading right for the towers.
Hi, I'm Peggy Ziegler, fashion guru and stylist for the outlets at Silverthorne. I'm here to share with you an amazing place called the Colorado Welcome Center. We've got fabulous brochures on all the nearby places and towns and things to do right here while you're in Summit County and visiting the outlets at Silverthorne. And of course, pick up your Elite Savings Card booklet, offering you fabulous discounts and a rewards program too. See you soon.
Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery is kind of a one-stop shop. We have everything in-house.
We have cast techs, MRI machines, x-ray of course right at the clinic, physical therapy right at our clinic.
I'm going to get to the bottom of what your diagnosis is with all the resources we have, and that's what we do.
All right, it's time to see what made headlines in the Vail Daily for your Wednesday, January 11th. And the big headline making it, can you guess? Fun down, sundown. Vail Mountain drops the ropes on Sundown Bowl, the last of 7 back bowls to open, with 5 inches of fresh snow on the slopes and more on the way. We are so excited that Vail Mountains finally opened all the bowls, and they were finally able to open because they finally put the cables on the lift, which was creating an obvious hazard. So this will be a 4-person lift, and it will open sometime in January. So we're excited to see that open. Read a little bit more on page A4. And for your local and region news, puck diplomacy. Vail International Hockey Trip helps players grow on and off the ice. They just returned from a 19-day, 8-city trip to Eastern Europe where 34 local and mountain town athletes, part of the U14 and U17 team, expanded their global perspectives through hockey and history. How cool. Read a little bit more of their adventurous journey on page 82. And the Vail Symposium says goodbye to Chris Sable after a successful 6-year run. And he is now celebrating retirement. You might recognize him. He had a long stretch up at the Villar Performing Arts Center as the executive director for 15 years. Then he moved over to the Vail Symposium for the last 6. And now him and his wife, Ruth Johnson, who was the former executive director of the Roundup River Ranch, are now both celebrating their retirements and hopefully passing on a successful organization on both ends for both companies. So congrats to them. We love to see happy couples retiring just like my parents. And so we're saying goodbye to Chris Sable. You can read a little bit more on his journey with the symposium on page A5. And big news for the sports and outdoors. Blahova wins. Schifrin takes second at the World Cup slalom race. And so this was actually a big race because Schifrin could have taken the new world record, but It was a long streak of wins, and she took second, and Petra Vlhova took first with a 0.43 second win. These wins are just splitting hairs, but she had a couple unique quotes. If you beat Michaela, it means you were really strong, because you can see this season she was strong. I'm proud that I could beat Michaela, because if you want to beat her, you need to ski above her, and it has to be perfect, not just good. Schifrin was reporting that in between runs, she was experiencing some stomach issues. She said, I don't feel really well, but that's not surprising after a long stretch of racing. And no matter what, Petra skied amazing tonight, and she deserves the victory. Humble as always. We love Michaela Schifrin, and we're here to see her continue win. And we actually have an exclusive interview that we did with her earlier this year. So stay tuned and watch and learn a little bit more. So pick up your copy today. There's always Town Talk, Vail Live photos, horoscope, calendar of events, and so much more. So free 99 people all around the county. Now, let's take a look at those roads, as we are in a winter storm advisory right now. So those roads we can expect to see them get a little bit messier. We can see the speeds slow down, but right now it's good just to take it a little bit slower. My commute here to the studio this morning was not bad at all. A little bit of snow in Dow Junction. We saw some buildup of cars behind the plows coming in, but you can see as we get up to colder climates at Vail Pass Summit, Eisenhower Tunnel, those roads are colder and icy. You can still see snow on the roads. So time to slow down, especially on those curves, because the tires just have a little bit less traction. That also goes for any turns on the slower roads, on the frontage road, roundabouts. It's just winter driving, so expect slower speeds. And I also heard that we have a ton of flight cancellations, around 4,600, and so that will really back up traffic as well. So if you are traveling, trying to catch a flight, I just got word of it here in the studio, so take a look and be prepared. So that's a look at your headlines, news, and roads. Let's bring things back outside with Tricia Swenson.
All right, thanks, Meredith. Hey, I thought I was in Lionshead. Why not stop by the Dobson Ice Arena, home of our very own Vail Yeti hockey team?
Yeti!
So they played the Boulder Bison last weekend, and they won Friday 6-4, and then they lost the next day 5-4. So high scoring games both times. And our very own Dom Panetta, he's had 3 goals and 2 assists over the weekend, and so he led the team. So congrats to our good old boy Dom for doing so well. But they've got another game this weekend. They've got a lot of games in January that are home games. So they're going to play the Calumet Wolverines this weekend, Friday and Saturday. Puck drops at 7:45, and it's really a fun atmosphere. You come in, you can get your tickets online for $10 in advance, $15. And so it's an affordable family activity. They sell the Yeti gear, so you can get all decked out in the green and everything, show your team support. But it's a ruckus. I mean, they fill the barn, as Don tells me. This is called, the arena is called the barn in hockey, and they definitely fill it. And they've got a few more games this weekend, and they bring in teams as far away as New York, with the fire department in New York playing hockey here as well.
Yes, these Wolverines are from Michigan. I actually texted Dom. I'm like, where is this team from? I was trying to look online, but it's so fun when they play some of the ski town rivalries. But then it's also cool to hear these, eastern states come all the way here. I'm sure they love it because they can go skiing, and we're a destination spot. So it's cool for those visitors to come into town.
Yeah, and you know what? I think it's the Yeti are like, hey, you guys want to go skiing? They act all hospitable, like, oh, we'll take you skiing. I think it's actually a tactic to wear down the other team. They're not used to the altitude. They're being brought up on the slopes. They're probably bringing them down the bump runs, and they're just gonna wear them down so they have less energy when the puck drops.
It's a good tactic. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you think that hockey and skiing has a good correlation with the edges, and so you'd hope that they're good skiers, but it's a good tactic. I like it. I was at Saturday's game and it was high energy. These are some of my favorite nights in the winter. I mean, all summer I look forward to these Yeti games. We say it's the best bar in Vail because you're going to be bumping in to a lot of people you know if you are a visitor. It's also a great place to socialize and meet people. And they started out so strong. They were in a three-point lead for a while, and we're like, oh man, they have it. They came so strong, and then man, the Boulder Bisons, they came up out of nowhere and they took the lead that evening. But it was still so great. We always then head to altitude, which is just up around the corner at the Evergreen Lodge. And you can talk to the Yeti players there and have a drink and then maybe even go out and Vail. So it's just always such a good time. So highly
Yeah,
suggest it,
it's a
and more
great thing
games
to
this
do.
weekend.
It's a great thing to do. You maybe stay for opera, listening to some singers, and then grab a bite to eat, maybe pregame at Garfinkel's, and then come here, and then go to altitude. I mean, like really, your whole evening is packed. We've got it all planned for you. But in addition to Yeti hockey playing here, I just saw some of the Battle Mountain Husky players heading off, and then they've got the figure skating teams that are here. They have public skate that happens, and then I don't know if you've ever tried the ice bumper cars here, but those are really fun and just something to do to kind of break up your ski vacation if you're here for a week. Sometimes it's hard to be on the skis, 8:30 to 3:30 all week long. You can break it up by coming in here and doing a little ice bumper car action.
Yeah, give the legs a rest. Just have some family fun. I've never personally done it, but I've seen some videos and it looks so much fun. I actually, a few weeks
It's
ago
hard.
in the holidays, I went to a private party at Dobson. So you can rent it out. It'll probably be a steep cost, but it was really fun. It was a skating party and a potluck. It was such a great time. So this venue really can transform for so many different groups. It can even host concerts. They'll put something
Yeah.
down on the floor and they'll have some great concerts or different event benefit games. So just love Dobson Arena. And then you can go over
Yeah.
and maybe stop at the library or hopefully not stop at the hospital, but that is just around the corner as well. So it is a
Yeah.
dynamic corner.
Yeah, and you know what? The buses come right through here and they pick you up. And so, and we got the library right behind me. This is probably one of the prettiest libraries in the area. And especially if you are just taking a break from skiing, maybe the rest of the family wants to keep going, and you're looking for something to do. Head on over here. It's a short walk from the base of Lion's Head. And then from there, you can just come on in. They've got all the magazines, the newspapers. You can just chill out for a while. They do a lot with the family story times, whether it's baby story time, toddler story time. They do teen activities for the kids. They have guests that come in and either will, host book clubs or do music in the library. So it's a lot more than books.
Yes, maybe you're working remotely and you are able to get away and ski on the weekends. Definitely a great place to go and work. I've gone and studied there. It's super quiet and I mean, just the most gorgeous views for a library. You're looking out to Gore Creek. You can see the snowfall. So I am a big fan of the library too. So thanks for bringing us to this corner. I love it. Lion said. So we'll let you wander and we'll come back to you. We're going to head to a quick commercial, but stay with us. We have so much more coming.
Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery stands for providing the highest quality of care to our unique patient population here in the mountains.
I think that what makes us unique is that we really are practicing groundbreaking techniques, yet, we practice it in a small town environment. Our patients are our neighbors and our kids go to school with their kids.
I think every one of our docs treat their patients like their family. Our goal is to keep you active, doing the things you want to do, and we'll map out a road to success to get you there.
Hi, I'm Carrie. Welcome to Knapp Harvest and the beautiful bounty of Knapp Harvest. We have here a lot of local produce, organic, from our hardworking farmers up and down the valley. So look at all the different apples. We work with all sorts of different apples. If you haven't ever done an apple tasting, it's a great idea. Please come here for the freshest produce possible. We have recipe ideas. We have fresh Knapp Ranch mushrooms to put in your stuffing or whatever you'd like to create. Come see us. You can get everything from your fresh flowers on the table all the way to desserts. So Knapp Harvest is located in Eagle Ranch on Sylvan Lake Road, right next to Color Coffee. We're open 7 days a week. Come see us for all your gifts and stocking stuffer needs. We have lots and lots of gifts as well.
Well, in big news, Michaela Schifrin has tied the record with Lindsey Vonn for the wins for World Cup. We are so proud of our hometown hero. She almost squeezed out to break the record yesterday, but she came into second. But she is headed for that world record, which is 86 wins by Ingmar Stenmark. And he's racked up 86 World Cup wins in the 70s. So Michaela says she's not focused on the numbers, she's just focusing on skiing. She is a woman of humbleness and just works so hard, stays so focused. Earlier this year, I had a chance to catch up with her at a Hometown Heroes event held at the Weston Riverfront Resort and Spa. And there we talked a little bit about goals and what it means to ski and come back home and inspire the next generation. So let's learn a little more. Hey there, we are here in Studio M at the Weston Riverfront Resort and Spa, and we are here with the one, the only Michaela Schifrin, our epic hometown hero. And we are so excited to chat with you today and just celebrate the success. I mean, we are so proud of you.
Yeah,
how does it feel returning home after the big Olympics?
It's good. Yeah, it's good. It's nice. I mean, the Olympics were in February already. It's nice to be back.
Mm-hmm. What have you been up to since the Olympics?
Well, after the Olympics, we had the rest of the World Cup season, so we were competing until March, and then came home for like 10 days. That was kind of a whirlwind because, you come home after approximately 6 months traveling, and there's a lot. There's just like boxes piled up and just everything that, I don't know, life continues even though you're not home. So just trying to get through all of that, and then actually went back to Europe for a training camp for some ski testing and some speed skiing. We went to Norway for the first time for this speed camp, so that was really awesome. And then I just got home again a couple days ago.
Awesome. So when you're not chasing the snow and it's the summer season, how are you training and how do you keep yourself busy?
Summer is really, it's a mix of traveling for ski camps and just a lot of time in the gym. Mm-hmm. And I mean, the gym here looks amazing. All the renovations and remodel, it's really cool stuff. So I'm really excited.
This whole studio is awesome.
It looks so good.
Studio M for Michaela.
But everybody can use it.
Yeah, exactly.
People were like, can I come in here? And I'm like, let me tell you something. I'm not using 4 treadmills on my own. So you can have at it.
That's the cool thing about the Weston. You can kind of bump shoulders with the best athletes in the world. So here, when you're in Vail, what's your favorite thing to do for fun when you're in the valley? Like fun and relaxation?
Well, one of my favorite things to do, period, is go to the movie theater.
Yes.
Love movie theater popcorn. Dinner, one of our favorite places to eat dinner is at Maya. otherwise, just enjoying being home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Taking a walk. I
Yeah.
mean, the views are
Enjoying the
amazing.
weather. We're getting into the really nice weather.
Exactly.
That's wonderful.
All right, last question. So what is your advice for the next hometown hero?
Well, wear it proudly.
Yes.
I think we have a lot of hometown heroes in this valley. It's a special community with a lot of really inspiring people, and I don't know, I'm just happy to be part of it. So yeah, like I said, wear it proudly, but I think everybody sort of plays a role in that. So just enjoy being part of the community and hope you love it as much as the community loves you.
Absolutely. Well, we love you, and you inspire us so much with just your genuine and authentic self and your fierce beast of yourself too. I mean, congrats on such a great year, and we're excited to see what's next.
Yeah, well, me too.
Thanks.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Grand Hyatt Vail, Hyatt's newest luxury resort in Vail.
We are currently in a winter storm advisory, so let's check in those details and see what to expect from the storm and moving through the weekend. So the storm is going to come in. It's slightly snowing right now, and it's going to start to come in, from 6 a.m. this morning all the way to 9 p.m. this evening. Snow expected as much as 2 to 4 inches, and higher elevations up to 6 inches. Wind gusts as high as 40 miles per hour in the Gore and Elk mountain ranges. So plan on slippery road conditions, especially along I-70 from Vail to Vail Pass. Patchy, blowy snow could significantly reduce visibility. So this is all the way through the evening, and snow showers later this evening will break to overcast later this evening. So about 73% chance of snow. So we are going to see new snow. Today, it's going to be a high of 29 degrees, currently 23 degrees, low of 8. And then tomorrow, we're going to see those temperatures warm up a bit. We're going to see a high of 40, low of 12, and that'll be similar throughout the weekend. We'll have partly cloudy skies both Thursday and Friday, light winds about 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then Saturday, some sun in the morning with increasing clouds during the afternoon. High of 37 for Saturday, low of 19. And to round out the weekend, we're going to have variable clouds with snow showers. High of 37, low of 19, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Maybe a chance of 1 to 2 inches on Sunday. So that's a look at your weather report. For the mountains, we have most of the terrain open. On Beaver Creek, we have all of the lifts open, and on Vail, almost all of the lifts open. We are still waiting on Sundown Lift, the new lift, to open. Otherwise, all 7 back bowls are open. The front side has been open for a long time as well. So I actually am just making my way out to the mountain, and it feels so much better to be talking about the mountain conditions and the snow conditions now that I got the green light to ski. So let's bring Trisha back in, see where she's wandered to, and talk about some of the events that we can anticipate for today and the weekend.
All right, Meredith, I thought I would take it back to the path that a lot of people don't know about. So, looking behind the library, behind Double Diamond Sports, there is a walking path that takes you all the way to Vail Village. Very popular in the summer for hiking, for walking and biking. But in the winter, people forget about it. So if you're looking for a little place to kind of get away from it all, you can go on this walking path. I've just seen a few people walking their dogs already. And we've got Gore Creek behind us, just a gorgeous view. And I love how the pillows. Can you see kind of the little pillows of snow on those? Let me see if I can show you.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, just really neat. It's just very peaceful back here. The creek is still flowing, so that's the thing is we don't really have this whole creek freeze. When I was young, we would ice skate on rivers and creeks and everything. Not the case here. It just always is constantly moving. There might be a little bit of ice on the sides on the really cold days, but it's still going. And you can actually fly fish this time of year too. A lot of people will they ski in the morning on a powder day, get their legs all tired out, come out and do some fly fishing in the afternoon. But yes, okay, tell me about your comeback to the slopes. I know you just got cleared to get back out there after your knee injury.
Yes, it was very exciting. It was a mixed bag of feelings. I would say heading up, it was a little bit of nerves and, a little bit of deja vu or some not great memories of my accident and some of the pain. But for the most part, it was very exciting. And so I went up to Beaver Creek to Red Buffalo area where it was very beginning terrain and approachable. And that's what I want to do is just find this areas that are approachable. So yesterday, then I went to Arrowhead, which is very approachable terrain, I would say. And then we went over to Bachelor Gulch for a bit. So I would say by run 7 and 8, which was about rounding out 2 hours of skiing, I was feeling better. I was almost feeling that normal kind of flow and just really connecting my turns a bit more. And what I say to people who are here visiting or just learning to ski, every day you get better. And I felt every run I was getting better. So it feels good. It was just so nice to get my whole outfit back on and all of the equipment. And honestly, it was just like getting back on the bicycle and riding it. Because, I've been doing this my whole life, luckily. So it does come back. I have some good muscle memory, but I was taking it easy. Kind of felt like, who am I? I was very slow and I was going on the catwalks instead of the runs. So it was a little bit of an identity crisis, but I know I'll come back and, after even just a month of skiing, it'll be back to the same old, same old.
Yeah, you don't want to rush it. Patience is something that is built when you endure some of these injuries. You're like you want to get back there right away, but you gotta be patient with it. So good. Well, I'm glad you got the fresh air, you got the sensation, you got to put back the gear on and everything. So that's a step in the right direction. So bravo, bravo.
Absolutely.
Very
And you know what? I actually brought the cameras along on my first day and did a little bit of vlogging just to give some insight to that day. And again, I went up to Beaver Creek. So I think the producers are ready to play. And we just did a little vlog just to bring you guys along, which has been such a process for the last 8 months. So take a watch. Good morning. I am just waking up today and it is a good day because I am headed to the mountain to ski for the first time in 8 months. It's been a very long process of getting surgery and then the small milestones of just walking and driving. About to drive for the first time in a month. Feels so good to have that freedom back. Making progress. And then being in the gym, staying persistent with my PT, progressing to jumping programs, and now I finally got the green light from my physical therapist to return to ski. So it's gonna be baby steps. Green runs, slower speeds, but nonetheless, I'm putting my ski boots on this morning and it's gonna be a great day. So just gonna get ready this morning, drink some coffee and head up there. All right, I made it on the gondola. I'm up here in Beaver Creek and it is gorgeous out. A little bit flat light, but looks like a storm is coming in, and man, it was pretty surreal putting on my ski boots for the first time since March, back when I had my accident. I was skiing with some buddies in Vail on Old Nine Line, which is kind of a steeper tree run, and it was pretty powdery day, and yeah, it was not fun taking that spill and taking a toboggan down, but it was funny when I grabbed my skis, it still actually had the sticker from the emergency room. So like I said, it's a little bit of a mixed bag today, a little bit triggering, but mostly just exciting. And it feels so good to be back out here. So the physical therapist told me to take it pretty easy. So he's given me a slow progression to return to ski. So today I'm gonna do just about an hour and greens only, and about 50% of my speed 2 times a week. So it's good to be back, y'all. Let's go. All right, it's been about 3 laps here on Red Buffalo. It is pretty cold out. It's about 23 degrees. And lightly snowing, but it just makes it all the more beautiful. And the runs here are really nice, not too steep, so perfect for starting out. And every single time I've gone down, I feel more confident and strong. It feels like just getting back on the bike. So it's been a good day so far. Light follows.
Hi, my name is Carrie Maywack and I'm with the Eagle Valley Library District, and today I'm at our Eagle branch featuring our Spark Studio. So this is our maker space lab, or the place where you can come try new technology. We have software, hardware, pretty much anything that you can use to make and create. We have some sort of version in our maker space. Thanks for checking out the Spark Studio with me today. Make sure to come back to the Eagle Public Library and check it out for yourself.
Welcome back. Thanks for tuning into our show either on Facebook, YouTube, or Outside TV, Channel 17. We have a lot of viewers right now. We had some chat. Dave Hale said, "Nice hat trick, Dom. Throwing my hat from Michigan." We were talking about Yeti's tactic of bringing their visitor teams on the hill, maybe tiring them out. So shout out to the Yeti team and Dave Hale for tuning in. And Rodney Travis, as always, he said, "I find the John LeConte snowboarding visuals to be, or videos to be visual, spectacular, and quite enthralling." We agree, Rodney. We love to see that raw footage, and they always just try to go, you know, kind of breaking news and do a one-take wonder down the hill, and really brings you back there with them. I mean, I haven't even been back there yet, so it was nice to see that new lift. Just stunning views, and it's very cool that we're going to be able to lap Sundown Bowl, which it can be confusing. And I've even actually messed this up on TV. Sun Up is more west, where the sun rises, and that's been open for a while. And then Sundown Bowl is the more eastern bowl near Game Creek, where you can ski one of our favorite runs, Ricky's Ridge. So hopefully you'll get back out there. And if you do, take some footage, tag us at Vail Valley Live. And we have a great Instagram, Facebook. We love to see your footage. So let's bring things back outside with Tricia Swenson and see where she's wandered to.
Meredith, actually, Sun Up Bowl is more east, and then Sundown is more west.
Right.
Yeah,
okay, so more east is Sun Up. See, it's confusing. East, west, up, down. We'll get it right some of these days. So Sun Up is east.
So Sun Up is first on the east because the sun comes up, and then Sundown and then Game Creek.
Right.
West.
Okay, I'll get it after this one. I will. I'm getting like almost dyslexic with it, but we'll get it straight here with our viewers.
And then for those who have been here long enough, Chair 17 used to be what's now Chair 9. So that's confusing for people too.
Mm-hmm.
So people that only listen to the numbers, they're like, what, 17? They don't even remember that it was renamed. So yeah, Chair 17 is the new Sundown Express. Chair 9 is a whole different one. But Meredith, I am in Lionshead Village now. I thought I'd bring it to you. A couple of places, some great places to eat. You know what? French Deli is not open right now, which I'm very surprised. Usually that's a great place to go for breakfast. They've got great quiche. They have your coffee drinks. They also have my favorite, cookie tartare. They're not open right now for some reason. But I wanted to let you know, there's Colby. Colby's waving. Come here. Colby LaFave. He is with Alpine Pizza Company. They're celebrating 1 year, and I'm going to have to bring the camera up because this guy is tall. So hold on a second. Okay, come on into frame, Colby.
Hey, Colby.
Okay, so tell us how your first year has been going. Okay, we got to move. There we go.
Looks
okay.
perfect.
Tell us the first year. I know you guys just celebrated your first year anniversary.
Yeah, it went really, really well. After our first year, looking back, at first we didn't quite know what we're doing, but we definitely have the systems in place now and are running as a smooth operation.
Oh my gosh! Well, I was just thinking about you this morning because I knew I was coming to Lionshead, and I know you wanted to highlight Alpine Pizza Company. But I first met you when you were in high school, and you guys were doing the Pro Start programs. This is a high school organization for culinary arts, and you guys would do those competitions.
Yeah.
You'd go to Washington D.C. You'd oftentimes sweep all the awards.
Yeah. We for 2 years I did a competition, and Paul Frajaka from the tour was our mentor, and he helped teach us a lot of things. And we did these competitions. Ended up giving me almost a 4-year scholarship to culinary school at Johnson and Wales. Yeah. And then it led me here eventually.
I know.
Yeah.
And then kind of during COVID, you were perfecting the pizza, right?
Yeah, we had plenty of time on our hands, so I couldn't eat all the pizza I was making. So I started giving it out to people and having friends over, and I kind of made it seem like it was a real restaurant on Instagram, and people, it blew up. So then it made this.
I know. Yeah. So they are here right next to Barton Yetis, and you have great partnership with Barton Yetis. I know that the Foleys are good friends of yours.
Yeah, absolutely. Dennis Foley, he was one of my dad's best friends, and Kevin's been a great part of the family forever. And so Dennis and I partnered to open this place up, and it's been a success. So Here we go. Yeah.
All right. Pizza of the day today.
Today we're still doing our Hawaiian pizza with tender belly ham and hot honey roasted pineapple. And then we also have a roasted mushroom and onion pizza for the vegetarians out there.
Oh my gosh.
And then we're going to also have a cranberry chipotle wing sauce for the day.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yes, they have wings as well. Beer, pizza, and wings. And when it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah.
So you got to come and get it while it's hot.
Yeah, we got about 75 pizzas for today. It should be more than enough.
Okay, perfect. Well, Colby, thank you so much. And if we want to
Yeah.
follow you on Instagram, I know that's a good way to keep
Yeah.
track of your pizzas.
So Instagram, we post almost every single day. We definitely post if we ever sell out. So if you hear if the phone rings multiple times and you don't get somebody on there, check our Instagram story because we'll post it right when we sold out. If you can also check for all the daily specials, so we'll put those up there in a little bit. And we also just put up some great reels and stuff to make your mouth water.
Oh man,
Yeah,
it
at
is.
Alpine Pizza Company on
It
Instagram.
is so good. Okay, awesome. Well, I know you got to get the going.
Yeah.
Detroit style pizza as well.
Detroit style pizza, so it's similar to Sicilian, but the cheese goes all the way to the edge and caramelizes around that edge, and it's really good.
Yeah, cheese
You can
all
see
the way to
that.
the
Yeah.
edge. We go full on here at
Yeah.
Alpine Pizza Company.
And those little cupping pepperonis if you're a pepperoni
Oh,
connoisseur.
I love it. The cupping
Yeah.
pepperonis. And then I remember when I was here on the first day you guys were open, and we dipped it in like a habanero.
Yeah, we infuse honey, local honey from Berthoud, Colorado, with habaneros that are also grown here in Colorado, and that we drizzle right on top of the pepperoni or any of the other pizzas you want, and it's fantastic.
Okay, what time do you open?
We open at noon today, and then on the weekends we open at 11.
Yeah, there's no problem having pizza for breakfast if you can wait that long. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Colby. Thank you
Well, thank
so
you very
much.
much. Good to see you.
Good to
Have
see
a great
you.
morning.
I know. I was thinking about Colby today because I was like, hey, I'm going to be in Lion's Head. I'm going to go. I thought I gotta talk. I gotta see him. Cole. And I didn't see him at first, and then he came and waved at the door. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, that was an awesome interview with him. And word on the street that Alpine Pizza is just one of the best in the Valley. I haven't got it because they don't have a gluten-free, but no shade thrown. I just hear that just great things about it. And I love when restaurants do, a recipe of the day or the week or the month. It just keeps it so, like you want to learn what that recipe is and try it. So I just love their approach to it.
Yeah, well, it's so creative too. The cranberry dipping sauce for the wings. I mean, like a lot of creativity, a lot of fun, and like I said, I've known Colby since he was in high school, and he was doing those culinary programs. We'd have him on the show, and they would spend like the hour making something, and just a really neat way to see. Now he's got a business in mindset, and it's thriving.
So awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of good pizza in the Valley, but you'll definitely have to check out Alpine Pizza. So great to hear from him. Let's just quickly chat about, yes.
Oh, I was going to say, I want to go down to the gondola if you want to see the line.
Yeah.
You want me
let's
to
see the
take a
line.
break? Or?
Yeah, just
Or,
walk
okay.
with the tripod. We'll kind of go with you. We'll stay with you. But there's There's pretty cool guided backcountry snowshoe hike happening. And this is going to be on the 13th from 9 to 1. And this is with the Walking Mountains. And this is going to be just really cool. Maybe you're a little bit newer to snowshoeing and you kind of want to go with a group, meet some friends, go with a guide. This is the perfect opportunity. So this is going to be meeting at the Walking Mountain Science Center at 8:45 on the 13th. And there's going to be, haven't announced exactly where it is, but this is a chance just to get some exercise. It's going to be from 9 to 1. So you can go to walkingmountains.com and you can learn more information there, which is pretty cool. And then there's also a guided snowshoe tour happening today on Vail Mountain with the Nature Discovery Center from 10:30 to 12. So if you're just looking for something today, free, a little adventure, that is going to be happening. And this is going to be kids ages 10 and up are totally welcome. And this is going to be up at the Nature Center at the top of Lion's Head. So 2 different opportunities for snowshoeing, getting on maybe that New Year's resolution of some more exercise, seeing some fresh air, some new views. So this is going to be really cool. And yeah, always, of course, you can maybe head up to the hill, Vail and Beaver Creek. Lifts open at 8:30, both at Vail and Beaver Creek, and lifts close at 2:30. Lifts close over in Blue Sky lifts close at 3:30, 2:30 over at Blue Sky. So if you are looking to ski some terrain at Blue Sky, definitely go on the earlier side as those lifts close an hour earlier. But let's see what those lifts line look like down in Lion's Head, which is, always a great option, as we said at the top of the show, to hit up that gondola, maybe Chair 26, and they should be starting just about now.
All right. Yeah. You know what? Here it is. We've got, about a half a maze and 8, not even, maybe a quarter of a maze, maybe a little bit of a line at the Eagle Bond gondola right now. but not too bad. Maybe the word hasn't gotten out that you can get over to Ricky's Ridge and all that pretty quickly if you go up the gondola to the Eagle's Nest area. This is lift number 19. And then you go down to Game Creek Bowl, hop on Tier 7, Game Creek Express, and then you're right there. Ricky's Ridge, Seldom, Never, all that area that just opened up in the Sundown Bowl will be available for you. And then you can always take 8, lift number 8, the Born Free Express. Just take the little catwalk over. You'll see a sign that'll say Pride Express, Tier 26, and then you can go up that and you're at the same spot. So if you ever see the line get long at the gondola, and if it's a nice day, a lot of times I'll take the gondola on a windy day or a cold day. But I think today it's pretty warm out here for morning temperatures. So I think the snow we could get later on might be a little bit heavy, and that wind could pick up as well.
Yes, we are in a winter storm advisory through the evening, so be aware. But tomorrow might be a powder day, so tune in here, same time tomorrow, 7:30 to 8:30. We'll give you those snow reports, let you know the upcoming weekend events, and so much more. It's been a fantastic show with you, Trisha. Thank you so much. And remember to hit that subscribe button so you can get the alerts when we go live. Daily Morning Show, folks. We're here to have fun with you and just share some of our insights. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll be back tomorrow.